Good afternoon. Welcome to Barcelona. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for hosting us in this prestigious and historic building. I think a fantastic setting for this event. I would like to welcome Excelentísima Mrs. Ada Colau, Mayor of Barcelona, the Honourable Mrs. Maria Angel Chacón, Minister of Business and Knowledge, Catalonia, Mrs. Tabitha O'Connor, CEO of Syria, Mr. David Labuscas, CEO of ISE, and Mr. Constanti Saralonga, CEO of FIRA Barcelona. And for those who don't know me, I'm Mike Blackman. I'm Managing Director of Integrated Systems Events, the producer of Integrated Systems Europe. Thank you to the members of press for taking the time to be here. And also thank you to the ISE board, advisory committee members, and institutional guests who are here in attendance for your support. I would like to thank all of you personally for your valued media support covering ISE, ISE, and Syria for your readers, subscribers, and users. Now I'd like to introduce Excelentísima Mrs. Ada Colau, Mayor of Barcelona.
Thank you so much. Authorities, friends, it's an honor as the Mayor of Barcelona to give you a warm welcome to the City Hall. Today we are celebrating the decision taken by the ISE Fair, a world benchmark in the audiovisual sector, to come to Barcelona. So welcome to Barcelona. We are delighted to welcome you to our city, and we are committed to work together to make ISE bigger and better than ever. ISE is a benchmark event in the audiovisual sector that had been looking for a new location that will help it grow even bigger. The ideal conditions, the great opportunity, appeared in our city. As a leading city in the field of technology and images, Barcelona offers unique assets to help ISE flourish and thrive. This is a strategic sector that mobilizes millions of people and which is especially important for Barcelona, as it is key to Barcelona's economic ecosystem. We at the City Council appreciate you having chosen Barcelona as the venue of this important event. An event that is providing leadership and is opening new fantastic opportunities for many companies. ISE is a new fair that will provide a new impulse to the city's economy. Mr. Blackman came to see us a few months ago because ISE had been considering Barcelona. We had a very positive conversation, which I'm very grateful for. I personally understood the importance of this fair, and I thank you for your trust in our city. We made a strong commitment to create this fruitful relationship, and now we see the results. The fact that the most important world congresses choose Barcelona for growing and establishing themselves is a very clear indicator that we are extremely well positioned internationally. Barcelona today is also a leading city in organizing congresses according to the International Congress and Convention Association. And we are also here because we believed in FIRA de Barcelona's role. We presented you a few months ago the FIRA's financial returns. It has ended the financial year with a turnover of close to 188 million euros and a record too in figures, over 140 fairs, congresses and corporate events, and more than 1,000 professional activities. Barcelona is recognized worldwide, which is why we are able to be here today and to announce that we are the new venue of the ISE, the world's main audiovisual fair. So I'm sure this is the beginning of a new friendship. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Join us on the journey to 2021. Integrated Systems Europe in Barcelona. Ever growing, never static.
The audiovisual and electronic systems industry is one of the world's most dynamic. Day by day, new opportunities are emerging with a need for new solutions. Solutions for better innovations, better technologies, better systems, and better connections. On a global stage, providing more modernity, sustainability, accessibility, and more space. Where partners can thrive and grow together with us for years to come in an environment that matches their same core values. Join us on the journey to 2021. Integrated Systems Europe in Barcelona.
The evocative and inspiring images we've just seen tell a great deal about what makes Integrated Systems Europe such a compelling event. It's been a long journey from the first ISE event in Geneva 16 years ago, and now we're at the beginning of a new one. We've listened to you and the AV communities you represent, and we've worked hard to build an exhibition that truly serves our industry. We've invited you here today to share with you the most significant piece of news in the show's history, and we trust and value your handling of this news to explain it and interpret it for your readers. So let me explain why ISE decided it was time to move location. Many of you can probably relate to what it's like having a home in a nice location where you feel happy. Then as your family grows, and you have more and more children, you need more rooms and a bigger yard. Finding extra space in the attic or in the cellar no longer suffices, and it can no longer offer you the comfort you once had. Quite simply, the show is outgrowing its home. Integrated Systems Europe continues to increase in exhibition floor space by around 10% per annum. And this pressure for additional exhibition floor space is increasing each year. The positive growth is underpinned by the fact that the AV market worldwide is forecast to increase by 5% per annum through 2021. ISE 2019 will fill every corner of the RAI Amsterdam Convention Center and more. But despite the venue's best efforts to accommodate us, ISE still has a waiting list of potential exhibitors that wish to be part of the world's largest AV and systems integration exhibition. And many of our existing exhibitors wish to take larger stands. We don't want to be in a position where we cannot meet the demands of our exhibitors and the industry they represent. And it's not just pressure on floor space. ISE attracts over 80,000 attendees to each annual show, and the visitor numbers are increasing annually by over 5%. We are now at a stage where more space is needed to meet the needs of anticipated attendee footfall in the coming years. We need to be able to ensure that the show day experience is positive and comfortable for all that attend. We realized, but for the sake of both our exhibitors and our attendees, a long-term solution was required, and that this solution would mean finding a new location. And why did ISE choose Barcelona as its new home? Well, the decision wasn't taken lightly. Over the past 18 months, we've undertaken exhibitor and attendee research. We've visited many of Europe's leading exhibition venues. Ultimately, Barcelona was our unanimous choice. Fiera Barcelona is one of Europe's leading exhibition and conference locations. Across two venues, it annually hosts 140 trade shows, congresses, and corporate events. It features 30,000 exhibitors and attracts over 2 million visitors from over 200 countries. Gran Via, the venue that we will use for ISE, is one of Europe's largest and most modern exhibition centers. It blends outstanding architecture with exceptional functionality across 8 halls and 200,000 square meters. The new exhibition center is conveniently placed for access to a nearby international airport and public transport. As a city, Barcelona is a hub of innovative technological and scientific development, and it has a unique historical and cultural heritage. It has ample hotels, restaurants, meeting places, and it's an ideal city location for both business and leisure. In fact, our exhibitor and attendee research revealed that Barcelona was the destination of choice for dining, entertainment, hotels, and lodging. So I think we're in safe hands. With this announcement today, our exhibitors and attendees can plan ahead with confidence. They can be safe in the knowledge that we will be able to deliver exemplary events in Amsterdam for the next 2 years, and then here in Barcelona for ISE's long-term future. ISE and its family is moving to a bigger house with a bigger yard. I look forward to talking to many of you and all of you about this in more detail throughout the day. I will be available. But now, I would like to introduce Mr. David Labuscas, CEO of AVIXA.
Thank you, Mike. Hola, Barcelona. We are very excited to be here. This is a proud and humbling moment for me as we reflect about the audiovisual industry and the fact that it is the intersection between technology and experience and people. It seems only obvious that we should be part of an exhibition here in Barcelona, Catalonia, and indeed Spain that has been an intersection of cultures for nearly 1,000 years and a leader in innovation and exploration. Something that our industry does in some small way every day today. As the CEO of AVIXA, the Audiovisual and Integrated Experience Association, we are deeply proud to be an owner of the ISE show. But we, as the industry association, do far more than that. Acting as a trade organization and a professional society for the audiovisual professionals everywhere in the world, we look towards offering other programs that support our industry and leveraging those programs through venues like ISE around the world, operating trade shows on every continent under the Infocom brand. We also spend a significant amount of our resources developing education and training for the industry to help the professionals develop in their careers. We develop standards that are supported by the American National Standards Institute, the US body of ISO, to further ensure that the quality of the industry and the quality of the installations that are done meets the expectations of our customers. We support a professional certification program, the Certified Technology Specialist, that is recognized around the world as a seal of capability and indication of knowledge and technical expertise. We do all of this with 2 primary and overriding goals in mind. One, as the industry association, is to act as a catalyst for the growth of the AV market globally. And the second is to be the hub for that profession, to be the community where the individuals that have chosen audiovisual technology as their career can join and meet with each other and form connections. What better way and what better opportunity to do that than in an exhibition like the Integrated Systems Events Europe. I'm so pleased to be here, so proud to be a part of this, so happy to see all of you here. And I look forward to Barcelona as our new home beginning in 2021, where together with audiovisual, we can change the way people experience the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Now I'd like to give the floor to Tabitha O'Connor, CEO of Syria.
Thank you, Mike. On behalf of Syria, let me say how proud we are to be co-owners of this amazing event, Integrated Systems Europe. We have witnessed the show's phenomenal year-on-year growth. You and your team have done a fantastic job. It has been truly spectacular and in recent times mirrors Syria's own expansion in Europe. In the past 18 months, we have grown our membership in Europe by 12%. We recognize the hugely important role that ISE has played and continues to play in our success. It provides a wonderful, important role that it provides a wonderful platform for our industry to learn, to connect, and discover the new technologies that will shape their business in the years to come. Training is the strength of ISE. It is home to the most substantial and valuable CEDIA training program that the industry can access. In the past 2 years, we have delivered more than 100 classes across business and technical topics, as well as certification exams that have attracted approaching 2,000 delegates. We are delighted to take the opportunity that ISE provides for high-quality professional development. Now to the future. As part of the strategic plan, we have bold ambitions to grow the reach of our education at ISE. Barcelona is one of Europe's most vibrant and exciting destinations. It is the perfect choice for an exhibition and industry that engenders creativity and commerce. From 2021, ISE will look forward to a new era of continued growth in a European home, and so will CEDIA. Thank you.
Thank you, Tabitha. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Constanti Serralonga, the CEO of Fira Barcelona.
Thank you, Mike. For Fira de Barcelona, it's a great honor and a great responsibility to host an event of the importance of the ISE, the leading trade show for the AV industry from 2021 onwards. I want to thank the organizers for the trust they have placed in Fira and in the city in taking this great step. I must confess our institution has watched ISE's progress for many years, with the confidence that one day or another, the opportunity to bring it to Barcelona would arise. That time has finally come. We share a lot with ISE. Fira de Barcelona's strategy as a global operator is based on supporting companies, providing business opportunities, and on its commitment to innovation, creativity, and networking. Fira de Barcelona will provide a leading event like the ISE, a first-class venue. Our Gran Via venue, strategically located between Barcelona and Hospitalet, one of the most modern and efficient in Europe, with cutting-edge, functional, and sustainable architecture, ready to satisfy every technological and logistical demand. One of its virtues is also its excellent connection to the public transportation network. Metro, bus, and regional railways guarantee a quick connection to the city centre, to our historic Montjuïc venue, and to Barcelona Airport. But Fira de Barcelona offers more, a long and accredited experience in managing very complex events within the most innovative industries, those that are leading the way for our society. Fira de Barcelona's task, as a proud powerhouse of the economy of Barcelona and Catalonia, operates in a framework of great collaboration and teamwork. The arrival of ISE is a clear example of the teamwork between Fira and the administrations, the Government of Catalonia, Generalitat de Catalunya, and the City Council, the Chamber of Commerce, the key players in the city, such as Turisme de Barcelona, Barcelona Convention Bureau, and the Barcelona Hotel Association. The event itself is the result of the willingness to cooperate and work together towards economic and social development. In this sense, I want to highlight the city's hotel infrastructure and its competitiveness, so closely linked to the leading international events that take place here. On the other hand, I also want to emphasize how important the safety and well-being of our visitors is for all the institutions, organizations of Barcelona. Finally, I am convinced that ISE history in Fira de Barcelona and in our city will be a long one, and that together we will build new paths of innovations, growth and progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Constanti. I would also like to welcome the Honourable Mrs. Maria Angel Chacon, the Minister of Business and Knowledge for Catalonia. Apologies for missing you.
Don't worry, thanks, Mike. I'd like, of course, to say hello to the Mayoress, Mr. Colau, the CEO of Cedia, Mrs. O'Connor, and Mr. Labuskis, also the Mayoress of Hospitalet de Llobregat, the President of Fira de Barcelona, the President of Chamber of Commerce of Barcelona, also the representatives of the tourism and the hotel sector, and also Mr. Constantí Serrallonga. On behalf of the Government of Catalonia, we would like to thank you for your choice. We would like to welcome you, and we are convinced that your choice will have a very positive results. It is going to be a win-win relationship for sure. From our side, it's not only the potential that the city of Barcelona, it has been enough explained, offers to you, to this event, but also the ecosystem of added value that the government of Catalonia is trying to foster and develop concerning the technological leadership of Catalonia, which is represented by more than 1,200 technological startups, more than 8,600 French companies, and it is also a solid, innovative knowledge economy, universities, research centers, and leading international rankings. National Agreement for Industry is the stable frame for the development of this new industry. And this is a collective success where SME startups, big companies, government, and different administrations and entities are involved. We are already the capital of the mobile technologies, and we already know what about its effects on the local economy. And we will also intending to become the capital of the audiovisual industry. Mobile World Capital has been the birthplace of many companies related to the sector and its growth, and so we are convinced that ISE is a showcase that will enhance the local ecosystem. Catalan companies can introduce their projects and have access to new forms of innovation and generate opportunities between companies and professionals in the audiovisual sectors. It's going to be linked with distributors and customers, manufacturers, audio and video producers and solutions, meeting and events providers, systems integrator and installers, and technology consultants. When we have an overview about the facts, I have seen the last edition facts of the event, then I have found out that we share some the same goals. For instance, the difference between male and female visitors. We have also this, let's say, problem, this challenge here, is that we have to introduce also the male in this technological world, let's say. So there are going to be many aspects because this is not only an event, there are parallel activities like, conferences, theaters. We are going to share knowledge, and for sure from the knowledge department of the Catalan government is going to be also a great field of cooperation.
What's the relationship you would like to have with the city? Any activities open to the citizens, or would it be merely a professional congress with international relations with the attendees?
So primarily we are a business-to-business trade exhibition, but we are creating our experiences for people. One of the things we launched last year was a projection mapping event, and we've already talked with Madam Mayor here about maybe creating something like this for the citizens of Barcelona and putting this onto the map of cities creating events for the people. So yes, we are looking for events that we can create for the city to be part of it, but primarily the exhibition is a business-to-business platform. So our focus for the attendees will be those people who are either installing, buying and reselling, or being the ultimate initiators and users of audiovisual products and solutions.
Hello, thank you. Bottom left corner. Am I okay, Mike and David? I'll wave at you. I think for Barcelona. One question, maybe for Celia and Avixa more than you, Mike, because I know ISE is your baby. Did you consider a name change to keep the name of the event more in line with, say, Infocom Asia and Infocom China when you considered the move to Barcelona in 2021?
Dave, I think this one's
Well, I'll
for you.
take that first. One name change a year is good. Integrated Systems Events was established 16 years ago and has always been conceived of and delivered and consumed as a show that is a European show. The attendees since the outset have grown to be a global attendee base, but I guess the short answer to your question would be no. There was never a consideration of that. The show itself and the experience is recognized around the world as ISE, and there would be no ad to change that or to move it to any other name that we had anticipated.
Dieter Michel, Media Technology and Systems Integration. Thank you for the interesting presentation. I think you are getting a powerful platform for the future. My interest is, do you expect a smooth transition from the existing platform in Amsterdam for exhibitors and visitors to the new one?
And there's a very good book called The Plans of Mice and Men, where you try to make everything perfect. We believe with the cooperation of FERA, the city, and the province of Catalonia, we're doing everything to make that transition as smooth as possible. We still have a fantastic relationship with the RAI, and we'll be continuing that for the next 2 years. And they're working with us to make sure the next two ISEs are the best possible. Yes, we realize that we have run out of space, and the next 2 years will have some challenges. But also in that transition, we've already started the preparation process. There are already plans and meetings in place to actually help the smooth transfer of ISE from Amsterdam to Barcelona. So yes, we plan and intend to make it as smooth as possible. And I'm very certain that it will work. See another hand?
Anna, from magazine ISP Audio and Light. I would like to ask how could an hypothetical Catalonia independence affect to the event and its development in the future?
If we look at the attendance of ISE by country, one of the things is that our attendance in the Spanish or the whole Iberia region could be much stronger. And we believe by locating here to Barcelona, we give the opportunity for integrators and business owners in the whole region and making their journey shorter and giving them the opportunity to see what the AV industry can offer them. So in short, yes, we expect growth here.
Hi, Mike. Dan Jago, Innovate. What's going to happen with the floor plan with the move for exhibitors? Are you going to be replicating it, if at all, if that's possible, from current positions in the RAI over to the FIRA?
Well, one of the things, and again, this is more some of the planning work we're doing with FIRA and with their people to understand how the visitor flows work with the FIRA. We will be working with our advisory committee to talk about the sectors. Our sales team have already been looking at what growth areas we need to satisfy. And in the next months, we will be replanning the floor plan of ISE. The advantage of this move is that we can now satisfy the demand in the sectors that we haven't had enough space, and also start to focus the show a little bit more. When we started ISE, it was a small event that was 2,800 square meters. We're now to more than 55,000 square meters, and it takes more than the whole time that we are open to actually see the whole show. What we realize is our attendees do not have 4 days always. We would like them to be there, but so we need to focus the show and make the sector stronger and more focused so that attendees can plan their visits more effectively. And if they don't have 4 days, at least they can focus on the areas of the exhibition which are of most importance. So yes, we will be rejigging the floor plan. We will be working with that to make it advantageous for both exhibitors and attendees.
Sí. Normalmente
Usually, the fair is held in February, and in Barcelona we have the Mobile Congress. When do you intend, what time of the year do you intend to celebrate the show in? In the summer, or more or less what time of the year? And do you have any idea of the economic impact your show would have on the city?
So over the time, we found February to be very significant for the whole industry as a time to launch and create business for the following year. As much as I would like to be here in the summer when the weather is warm and the sun is shining, I'm realistic and realize the impact that we would make on the infrastructure in bringing more than 80,000 people into this city for 1 week would just not work in the summer period. And for that reason, we work very closely with FIRA to find a slot that suits us, and we've managed to actually maintain exactly the same time period that ISE runs, to be the beginning of February for all the following years. This does not impact with the Mobile World Congress. They come in afterwards, and there's enough time to accommodate both exhibitions effectively. And as towards economic impact, we've seen some figures put around of over 400 million. Exhibitor industry research shows that the economic impact of on a city of an exhibition tends to be around 12 to 20 times that revenue of that event, or what's being spent at the event. So the figures I've seen being shown here are around 400 plus million. I can assume to be probably in line with what we would expect. You will see that the amount of international visitors coming into the city obviously boosts the use of hotels, the use of taxis, the use of restaurants, and the city infrastructure. And they will bring and leave a lot of money here in this city. We hope also it will encourage business in the region, that those companies who are coming from outside of Europe may identify Barcelona and Catalonia as a region of investment.
Stefan Fodder from Southern Vision. As you mentioned, now you have a new home. Do you want to build some new rooms? I mean, some new markets, for example, for content production?
You know, there are other exhibitions in Europe that cover content production very effectively, and we enjoy having relationships with other organizers in close technological industries to work together with them. We don't want to confuse the marketplace. Yes, there are elements of content production that fit to ISE, and I'm sure they will be covered by that. We are looking at some new areas. We know there are areas that we haven't had the opportunity to extend to because we haven't had the space to do so. Despite that, we are not trying to be everything to everybody. We're very focused on what we're offering as an exhibition and trying to focus on the industry that we serve. So We believe, yes, there are some areas that are worth looking at and we will be addressing, but we're not trying to just grow for the sake of growing.
Okay, hello, this is Chiara from Italy, here from Connessioni. Hello. Hello, Mike. So you're going to move the show to Barcelona, but are you going maybe to keep some other events in Amsterdam a little bit as an heritage of what ISE has been also for this city?
As you know, we purchased an interest in the VR Days, which is an exhibition for virtual and mixed reality. And we plan to keep that event in Amsterdam. We see potential for growth with that event, and we'll certainly be investing and supporting it. And you never know. Amsterdam has looked after us as a city, and there may be other events we think are more suitable to actually run in Amsterdam because of the facilities they can offer and the size of the city and the way they've looked after us. But what is very clear is the future of ISE will be here in Barcelona. They offer us the space we require, they offer us the growth potential that we think we need, and an infrastructure that we think serves our community.
Hi, Julie Jacobson with CE Pro Magazine in the U.S. Thanks for this wonderful event and that terrific introduction and the royalty that we have here today. Two questions. First of all, what's going to happen in Amsterdam over the next 2 years to accommodate that growth? Will we see more tents and other spaces emerge? Also, and I'm very excited to see that there'll be more space to kind of sectorize the different markets that we see at ISE. And I'm curious what we might see in terms of residential, which is kind of, which is certainly a growth area, but maybe a little bit lost in all the commercial business there.
So in terms of growth over the next couple of years, yes, you will be seeing more tents. We like to call them pavilions. So we'll be adding another pavilion and additional square meters to satisfy the demand that we already have. We will be adding the space at the Acora Hotel, which is just 5 minutes walk from the RAI, and that's certainly the plans for ISE 2019. ISE 2020, we will see another building at the RAI and some additional space, but then we don't have any more space to grow. So yes, our waiting list will grow. And those exhibitors who want to be part of the event will have to wait until we come to Barcelona in 2021. In terms of the focus on areas, yes, we want to actually create more emphasis on some of the areas like residential, so it's not lost. We enjoy having the attendees that are very focused on the residential sector being at ISE, and we realize we have to add additional focus for them to help them navigate and be in the right part of the show, offer more facilities for them there as well. And I believe that our move to Fira Barcelona will actually help us to make that happen. Do we have any other questions? Oh. Adrian.
I'm just wondering about the Chinese. There's a lot of Chinese exhibitors at ISE. We have a predominantly white middle-class audience here, I suspect. What thought was given to the Chinese in terms of what they would think about moving to Barcelona rather than Amsterdam? Over the last 4 or 5 years, they've obviously got used to going to Amsterdam. Did you reach out to any of the Chinese delegations about exhibiting?
You know, at the end of the day, the destination is the important thing of where we create the show. ISE, the focus of our Chinese exhibitors, they represent something like 15% of our exhibition floor space. And we did consider this, and a part of the decision-making process was to make sure the city we came to was accessible to all. And Barcelona offers that with its international airport. We know the Chinese come here in large numbers for the Mobile World Congress, so they're used to traveling to this city and know how to get here, and it's accessible. So we have no concerns about losing them. We believe that we offer a platform for all of our exhibitors from all over the world, whether they're Chinese or Singapore or from Latin America or wherever. It's a platform to do business. We want to make sure that we continue to provide the place in the world to do business in AV. Sorry, one more.
Hi, Mike. I know you've been quite strong in trying to increase the last day attendance in Amsterdam. Do you find that being in Barcelona that will be more fruitful in 2021?
We certainly believe so. We've been very successful in raising the last day attendance. I think any exhibition will tell you the last day is always the slowest day. I think we've been very, very successful at ISE in growing the attendance on the last day. The previous year we had 12,000 attendees. In the ISE 2018 we had almost 19,000 attendees. And so we see with the programs we put in place, the activities we put in place, we are growing the attendance on the last day. We would hope that the attraction maybe to spend a weekend here or enjoy some downtime after the exhibition may get some of our attendees to spend more time and stay also for the last day, or even choose the last day as the day of their visit to the exhibition. So, any last questions? So, thank you all for taking the time to be here. We really appreciate that you've seen the importance or made it important for you to be here to help us launch ISE in Barcelona. For those of you who are staying on, we are making a tour of Syria. There will be buses waiting for you outside. We welcome you to join us there for some refreshments and something to eat. I will be available for interviews later, for any talks. Please talk to, I'm not sure if Madam Mayor and the Honourable Mrs. Chacon will be available, but certainly Mr. Serralonga, Mrs. O'Connor and Mr. Labuscus will be there as well and be happy to answer questions. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us be part of Barcelona. Welcome, and we look forward to seeing you here in 2021.